Welcome to our very first episode here on Mixed Bag Podcast. In this podcast, we're going to be discussing about different topics that affects people in their day-to-day lives. And my first guest here on Mixed Bag Podcast is Dripsy.
96 Dripsy.
Welcome, my brother. Welcome.
Thank you.
How have you been?
Well, man, I've been well. How about yourself?
I've been all right.
Sure. Yeah, it's really been a long time.
Right.
Yeah, quite some time.
So welcome. Feel free.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Yeah. We are going to exchange ideas. I hope some other people out there are going to be helped
Exactly.
in one way or the other.
Yeah, sure.
So our today's topic, the very first topic of today's podcast,
All right.
is about social media and relationships.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be something hot.
You know, right?
Yeah.
So it's about how social media has affected the relationships. I hope you're on different social media platforms.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hope you've been or you are in a relationship.
Yeah. I'm on social media.
So about the relationships.
We'll talk about that later.
Anyways, let's dive into our first question, which is how has social media impacted your personal relationships? Komano, I don't think you're going to answer this question because you've said
this doesn't have to be personal. This has to be general. I think we have to just talk about the impact of social media on relationships.
Okay, yeah, sure. I get it. Okay.
So maybe the personal part is gonna chip in. At some
we never
point.
know. Yeah. So yeah, that's my very first question. How has social media impacted personal relationships?
All right, I think firstly, social media has a great impact, a very big impact, not only on relationships, but I think in a number of aspects of life.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everybody this day has access to social media.
Exactly.
We believe there's a bigger percentage of people who use Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and whatnot. Yeah, so there's a lot that we see on these platforms. You know, I remember this other time people were categorizing the platforms. Somebody ever said when it comes to Instagram is a place whereby people sell us dreams. You know?
Exactly. You know? Yeah.
They showcase a certain life. And when it comes to Facebook, there's as well some part. And when it comes to TikTok is, I think, one of the most fair or user-friendly social media because everybody posts, no matter how bad their camera quality is.
Exactly.
So yeah, but basically, let's get back to the question.
Yeah.
I feel like, as I said, that platforms like TikTok, Instagram sells us dreams. There are people who showcase their relationships on those platforms, on that platform basically.
Exactly.
So people do admire and they wish maybe they would have that type of life. All right, forgetting that some of the things that we see on social media are actually scripted. Because some people are professional content creators.
Yeah.
You know,
what
they showcase is not necessarily their life, but it's just content for them to earn a living.
Yeah, life on social media.
Now, people start to compare themselves, their partners, with the people that they see on social media, which eventually brings problems in relationships, or else it makes other people not to enjoy their love life or to feel like
they are
not loved enough because they expect to be treated the way they see people on social media being treated or treating their partners. So that turns out to be a very big problem. On the other hand, I feel like it also has a bit of a positive side whereby it as well teach people how to maybe treat their partners, because I feel like there are other people who have the capacity and the resources to spoil their partners, but then they just don't know how.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe through social media, they learn how they can spoil their partners. They get to see how other people use their resources to make their partners happy. Or maybe we also know about places people are now able to know, okay, where can I go with my woman? What can I do when I want to propose? Where can I take her? That's for people who have the capacity to do that. But I think this is only good to them, not those people who don't have that type of capacity.
Yeah.
So I would say it has both negatives and positives. But I feel like the bigger part is the negative one. Because as I earlier said, these social media platforms sell us dreams. You know, most of the things that are showcased are scripted, as I earlier said. So I feel like people are no longer authentic. Relationships are no longer authentic. Most people do it for show off. They just want to please the people who are watching, to please the people who are following them, instead of them being themselves. So yeah, I've seen a lot of relationships breaking because of the impact of social media. In cases whereby maybe the boyfriend is expected to do some things by the girlfriend and he's unable to do that, maybe because of his financial capability, it turns out to be an issue to the lady. You'll be like, my man doesn't seem to care about me. These guys do A, B, C, D. So they expect, I think there is this big thing of partners having an expectation from their partners to do as people do on social media, as the people they see on social media do. But I feel like we need to understand that we are very unique. Each and every single person is quite unique. Everybody is who they are. All right? We can never be equal. The people you see on social media can never be you. You can never be them.
Exactly.
So I think there is lack of an understanding of what we see, what the things that we see really are. Because we feel like whatever we see is real, whatever we see is authentic, but I feel like the best thing is to understand who we are and what those people are.
So I've heard you talking more about the negative side.
Exactly.
That means you're not a fan of posting your love life or your private life on social media. Is that true?
I feel like for the meantime, I'm just not a social media person. I don't know, maybe because of the nature of my work. But I feel like these days I barely have time for social media. So back then I used to like posting relationship things. But then as of me, whatever I was posting was quite authentic, because the time I was posting things on social media, my relationship was just great. Whatever people were seeing was the actual thing behind the curtains.
Okay.
Exactly.
So, are you trying to tell me that posting your love life, your partners on social media is very harmful?
I think at some...
Of course, you've said that you once did it and it was very authentic.
Authentic, yes.
But then you also talked about social media being something that can be detrimental, I should put it.
Yeah.
And also, you're telling me that you were posting something that was authentic. Are you not trying to contradict yourself?
No, I'm not. Because as I earlier said, what's needed is for you to know yourself. All right? And to understand that other people can never be you. So whatever I was posting was not being influenced by anything that I saw on social media. But according to me, it was a way of expressing how much I cared about my partner. Yeah, so I was quite authentic. It was coming from my heart. Exactly. So it wasn't just a thing of me trying to show off. It was real. You know? Yes. Continue. You have to go.
Yeah. We have so many social media platforms. Talk of TikTok,
Instagram, Twitter,
Facebook, and whatnot,
which is currently known as X.
Are there any social media platforms that can promote healthier relationships, or are there any social media platforms that can also damage the relationships?
Yeah, I'll start with the only one that I know can assist in building relationships.
Are you saying that there is a social media platform that almost or that ended your relationship?
Yeah, I think yes.
How did it happen?
All right. So there was a point whereby I was dating someone. So we used to posting each other, interacting through wall. And I think back in the days, we were never fond of using the inbox. I think most people used to be texting on the wall.
Yeah, just people to see who these people are
so we used to be doing that. We used to be doing that. Eventually, there was a girl who liked me. Who liked me, and I liked at some point. So now she used to be commenting negative stuff on my posts on the wall. And this made my girl to get furious. And she was like, you guys must know each other from somewhere. Why is she saying all these things? Why is she always on you? I was like, I don't know. Eventually, she had to do a research.
Although indeed, yes. I would have done the same, honestly.
She had to do a research to know who the girl was and how me and the girl knew each other.
Exactly. I would have done the same.
But it actually did me good. It ended well. It never ended in tears. But it was almost. Yeah, the good part was me and the girl never had a thing. And it was just that we used to be friends, we used to be close, but then never really had a thing. Because I know if they could have been something between us, it really could have ended this whole thing.
So that means other social media platforms can end good relationships?
Yes.
What social media platform was that, by the way?
This will not be my thing, but I think it's just going to be general. One of the most
But you don't have to run away from that question, my friend. Because you said we dived into your personal relationship.
All right.
And you said...
Yeah, as I already said. It almost...
Munavira pa timeline.
It almost...
Majeza anali pa timeline. And the other girl came pa timeline. That means it was your personal...
life.
So, yes.
That was back then. And I barely do that now.
But we should at least know the type of social platform, media platform.
That was Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, do you believe that there are the social media platforms that can promote healthier relationships?
Yes.
Or negative?
No.
All the social media platforms are not good.
I think it just depends on how you use them. And as I earlier said, people need to know themselves. So if you don't know yourself, I think it's just going to be an issue. Because whatever you see is going to have an impact, either negative or positive, depending on how you look at yourself, how you define yourself. Because I feel like there are a lot of people who don't even know who they are. And that's an issue.
Yeah.
But if you know yourself, these social media platforms don't have a negative impact on your relationship. So, you asked, which social media platform do I think can encourage a healthier relationship?
Yeah.
I think TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah, kind
Hey,
of.
how sure are you?
Kind of. All right.
These days, I've seen so many relationships going to an end just because their partner posted stupid stuff. I'm sorry for using that word.
Yeah,
stupid,
yeah, that's not wrong. That's not wrong.
People are posting
stupid
useless
things.
things
Exactly.
on TikTok, and we are witnessing relationships going to an end just because akumabanga post is into the void.
All right.
So,
TikTok, I've ever came across a number of couples, you know, who seem not to be doing well financially, but the love that they show to each other is very interesting. I don't know, lack of a better word, but I would have used another word. But I would say they show this authentic love. You can tell these people really are in love with each other. You know, from you know, that low class life. They even post their videos with bad quality, but you can tell these people are having a good time with their partners. And that taught me something. Something like there is real love. There is authentic love. And that was a good example. I've as well seen people posting how they started off. Very, very low, but then they started growing together. You know, so they have been posting their progress from where they used to be to where they are now, and that as well has taught me a lesson. You know, and I think it's not only me who has learned from that. A lot of people have learned from that as well, which simply shows there is a part of social media that can actually portray a good part and have a good impact on relationships. Because not only two people, but then I think I've seen several people who have been posting their progress from where they started to where they are now, and people have been posting, replying with positive comments. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how we are rolling it here on Mixed Bag Podcast. Let's take a short break as we are going to be in our final segment here on Mixed Bag Podcast. Stay tuned. Welcome back to our final segment of Mixed Bag Podcast. Just a reminder, we're talking about how social media platforms has influenced relationships. Yeah. Once again, we have Dripsy in the beauty.
Exactly.
Going to our first question in our final segment.
Right.
You talked about being off from social
media. Yes.
Yeah. What happened exactly for you to stop being active on social media platforms?
I would say nothing happened.
No.
Nothing really happened.
There has to be something.
It was just a choice. I think there's one thing that I've noticed as I'm growing up. Social media can be addictive.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're growing up. As we're growing up, I think we start prioritizing different things.
Yeah.
You know, and now you start looking at the bigger picture. Those days we used to be taking pictures, go for HD, and we post pictures that we're doing all right. People would think we were doing all right.
But then meet them in person.
But then they meet us in person. It It wasn't what we were showcasing. So, exactly. So I was like, nah. I think I need to up my game. All right? Even if people don't see me on social media, even if people don't see me shining there, but when they meet me, they should be able to see progress.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
And even if I'm not doing it for people, but I have to do it for myself, you know, I should be seeing the progress. Because most of the times, as Area said, what is being showcased on social media is not the real thing most of the times. So I was like, I don't have to be fake. Let me be real. You know? But if I still stay active on social media, I'm really going to be forced or I'm going to be tempted to go back to that life. So what am I going to do? Take a step back and never be active on social media. So I currently use social media for business
purposes, yeah,
and maybe communication with people whom I've lost contact with. So yeah, I chose to use it in that way. But then back in the days, it used to be a place whereby we would shine, you know? We would shine. So yeah, I took a break because I just wanted to focus on something real, something that is quite helpful than just being active on social media.
So are there any benefits that you have experienced after you took a break from social media?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Let's hear them.
Firstly, I've been able to focus on the most important things. I've been able to to manage my time. No? Back in the days, it used to be some sort of an addiction whereby I wouldn't feel alright if I don't spend time on social media.
That's me, literally.
Most of the times I was just scrolling up and down without having an actual thing that I'm doing there.
Yeah.
But now, I can manage my time. I know when to do what. All right? I do everything at the right time. I barely have time for all that. On the other hand, I am doing my things at my own pace.
Yeah.
Because the time I was active on social media, I would see things that made me feel like I think I'm not doing enough. I need to be like someone. I need to be there. But now I understood that I don't have to be like anyone.
Yeah.
I'm just being myself. So I'm at a pace whereby I'm not pressurized by anything. My motivation is my own goals and whatever I want to reach.
Yeah.
That's what motivates me now. Back in the days, it used to be the pressure from what I was seeing. But now, after dropping it, my motivation is the bigger picture that I now look up to. So, on the other hand, I have been able to reconnect with friends and family. Offline, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because back in the days, this whole thing used to be taking a lot of time. Like I would get home, get in my room, I'm online.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have time for family. It used even to happen that I meet someone, we are talking in person. On the other hand, I'm on my phone. I'm scrolling up and down.
Yeah.
And maybe we would even meet without having a longer conversation. We just talk a bit and then I'm on the phone, which I feel like wasn't doing me justice.
Yeah.
Eventually, after dropping this whole thing, I'm able to have that time with friends and family. When we meet in person, we talk. We have a lot of time to talk, unlike the way it was back in the days. Okay. So I think being off from social media has really had a good impact.
Back to relationships. How can individuals establish a healthy balance between online and offline interaction?
Can you come again?
How can individuals establish a healthy balance between online and offline interaction? Like, could it maybe anthu ena ake samatha kupanga balance bwino they prefer to be kumacheza online unlike offline nzonera zoti anthu they are in a relationship and they prefer to be online than kucheza like kuti physically chonchi. How can people balance these two? Are they supposed to be online full time?
No.
They're in a relationship.
No. I feel like that physical interaction does some great magic.
Yeah, you
know. When you're physically interacting with someone, it adds a bit of value, because you're able to see how they're expressing their emotions. Whatever word that they bring out comes out with emotions, comes out with, that thing that lacks when you're texting, when you're maybe even communicating using voice notes. So I think there's always a need for a balance, and I don't think it's going to be a wrong thing if people are to talk in person more than they do online. I think it's going to be a better thing, because this online thing doesn't come with the emotion that is supposed to be shown. So yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay. One more thing. What changes would you like to see in social media platforms to promote healthier relationships? Because, as you said earlier, fake life,
exactly.
Just to make others feel bad, they're not loved enough. So, what changes would you like? Would you like to see people ka fake life? Because I saw this other meme saying social media will make you feel like you're less important than others until you meet others in person.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and that's more than just a meme. That's more than just a meme.
Yeah. Truth hurts, they say. Yeah. I know that's sad. Would you like to see some changes?
Yeah, exactly.
Should people be authentic enough? Should people continue being fake? They should make others feel like
I think what's needed most is for you as an individual to understand yourself, to know yourself, and to know what social media is.
Exactly.
Because I feel like we cannot change those people who pretend. We can never change them, because there are just a lot of them, and they have gone way too far to be stopped. So for one to be safe, it's best you be authentic. It's best you be real. It's best you understand who you are, your purpose, and whatever you want to achieve. In person, you need to know. Because, as I earlier said, we can never change. We can never change these people. But if we follow whatever these people show, follow whatever these people do, it's going to end us in problems. So it's best we be ourselves.
Okay.
I think that's all. It's just best we be ourselves.
We don't have to be living in a fake life.
We don't have to be living in a fake life. Exactly.
Okay. Now let's play a simple game, a simplest game.
All right.
I think we are going to end with those fun questions.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Nah. Okay, the first one is, what's the most ridiculous thing you've seen on social media?
God damn it.
The most ridiculous thing you've seen on social media.
Most ridiculous thing. Those are not. I think the most ridiculous thing that I saw online. I've seen a lot of things. A lot of ridiculous stuff. But then I don't remember the most ridiculous thing. I think there's other people who are playing a stupid game on TikTok. Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even call it ridiculous. That was bad.
Okay.
Yeah. Find me a word. Find me the best way to describe that, because it wasn't even ridiculous. But somehow it is ridiculous.
Okay.
But I've seen a lot of things. So yeah, I just can't point out one.
So today, if you could create a social media platform, what kind of media platform would you create for yourself?
Oh, okay. So if I was to be a programmer and then I want to create a social media platform, so.
And what features would it have?
Live. I think I would create a social media platform that is easier to do live streams. No.
I thought we already have that. Don't we have?
We do, they do. But then it's never easy for you to go live on TikTok. You need to have at least 1,000 followers. Yeah.
Okay, similar to
apart
Facebook.
Apart from that, I think I would do something similar to Facebook as well. Yeah. Because I feel like Facebook is one of the most user-friendly. The interface is not that complicated. It's just easy to use. Because you see people who are not even literate. They are able to use Facebook. They are able to text. They are able to post pictures. I think it's just one of them. But I would put it in different languages.
Imagine having to comment.
I would have to put them in Tumbuka. So
imagine having to put your comment on a certain post and record a VN. I mean, imagine. Imagine.
That feature as well.
Imagine.
I've always been looking forward to that feature. Yeah. I really would love one day the social media platforms would have a point whereby you can comment with a voice note.
Exactly.
That feature. I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay. It was nice having you in our very first episode here on Mixed Bag Podcast.
All right. I'm honored.
I hope you're going to be with us in other coming episodes.
Yeah, exactly. No worries.
I really enjoyed our chat.
Just as much as I did.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, so I was introduced as Dripsy. Alright, but then the full name is Chinsisi Stanley Gulumba. The Dripsy name is just, Drip.
Okay, that's all we had in our very first episode here on Mixed Bag Podcast. Be there as we come with another episode of different topic here on Mixed Bag Podcast. I've been your host, Lex Mawanda. Until next time, it's a bye for now.
Peace.
What is that?